Welcome back, guys. This is part 3 of the topic arrays and data structures. Last 2 videos ago, we solved the last 2 questions. Now it's time to solve question 3. Let's get started. So first it says, find out if you spent exactly $2,000 in any month. And as you can see in all these months right here, I'm pretty sure it's obvious we don't have 2,000, but we can still write the function. But first, before we do anything, we have to always clarify and understand the question. So basically what it's saying is that we have to find if we spent exactly $2,000 in any of these months. Let's head to the online compiler. You don't have to use an online compiler, you can use Visual Studio Code, but I use an online compiler because it's easy for me to just get in and get out. Let's get started though. So as you can see right here, we have the months all right here. And one thing I love to do is I love to write comments, and I feel like writing comments is good because it helps you understand the code and it helps you keep that fine line. And if somebody else is reading your code, it'll be easier for them to understand. So first what we need to do is we need to loop through this array. We need to loop through this array. And the reason we're doing that is because remember, we need to find out if we spent $2,000 in any month. And as you can remember, these represent the months: January, February, March, April, May, and so forth. So we need to loop through. And to do that, we will create this. We will create for I in range of a for loop. We'll do a for loop. And in range of the length of the array months. And remember, we're gonna loop through because by the length we will loop through. And we're gonna do this little 2 dots right here. You can't forget this. And we're gonna do if months, little bracket right here, because this will make sure it goes through these right here, these indices. Yes, these indices. So if months right here equals 2,000, don't forget this as well, we will print we have a month that has 2,000. Boom. Now I'm pretty sure we can all see that this does not have 2,000 in it, but don't worry, we're gonna make an else statement right here. We're gonna put print no match found. And to prevent this from continuing to loop, we'll put break. We'll do the same thing for here too. Break. Just in case, if we do have 2,000, once we find it, if we don't put break, it'll just keep going. So we're just gonna put break. And now it's time to check this out. As you can see, it says no match found. Perfect. So now let's do a little experiment. Let's put 2,000 in here just to see if it will work. Actually, before we do that, let's take out the break, which is right here, because my else statement is still in this function right here. And if we don't break it, it'll just keep going. So let's just put run. And as you can see, it says we have a month that has 2,000. But let me explain what happened. Okay, so look, you see all of these right here? There's a reason for this. So look, what my Python code is doing right here, it's going through. So it's saying, okay, this one isn't 2,000, 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 and now right here it says we have a month that's 2,000 right here. Because just in case you're wondering why we have all of these no match found, because remember, inside here it's gonna keep going until we have a 2,000. So it's it reminds me of a while loop. Alrighty, so let's explain the time complexity here. So look, the loop goes through each month in the list one by one. And for each month, it checks if it's equal to 2,000, which takes constant time of, let's say, of 1. But in the worst case, let's say the loop checks every item in the list. So it runs n amount of times, n meaning however many indices or or items in the list. Yes, items. So even if you find the 2000 early, like let's say it'll be right here, the worst case scenario is still going through the whole entire list. So that makes the time complexity O of n. If you want to see a lot of more videos like these, I have a lot of coming in the channel. I already have 2, which I'll post the videos in the info cards or at the end of the video, see it so you can press it. But with that, I hope everyone has a nice day. Mass Programmer out.